Good afternoon, and welcome to part 1 of episode of 21 of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Okay, y'all, I'll be back in later for part 2. That'll be a much longer video, but I'm getting ready to show y'all. This is the rough part of Que-stead. Well, I made the mistake of mistakes. I think I did a film the other day about doing the garlic, getting the garlic planted because it's almost the end of October, and so it needs to be planted. Now here in Michigan, it has already gotten chilly. Today is 57 degrees, and so this is the warmest it's going to be for a while. Next week, we're supposed to get a day in the mid-60s. That will be next Wednesday. And we went fishing yesterday. Remember the fishing finale trip I was telling you about? We went on yesterday, and it was a bust. We got up there, although it was supposed to be warm, which it was, sunny, which it was, and the wind was supposed to be between 2 and 5 miles per hour. We got up there further up north to Algonac, and it was windy. We had gusts of about 20, 30 miles per hour, so the fish aren't going to bite in that type of wind, especially in the canals, and so it was a bust. JD did catch a 28-foot pike, and that was on a fluke. He threw his tight line out there because we decided to switch to tight lining in hopes that maybe the fish would bite lower, down at the bottom. He threw that out there, and as soon as the worm hit the water, boom, that thing hit. And he caught that, and that's what he took home. But I didn't catch anything, and he did catch one bluegill later, and I think he took that home too, and that was it. And both of his were caught on tight line. So we're thinking about doing this. We're going to repeat it next Wednesday when it's supposed to hit between 65 and 68 degrees, and depending on the wind. But and what we didn't do, we checked the weather forecast here for the wind, but we didn't check the weather forecast for up there. We did check the weather forecast, but we didn't factor in the wind. So we didn't press on the little icon that lets you check what the wind is supposed to be, and that's where we messed up. So we're going to probably try it again next Wednesday. That is if the wind is not forecasted to be high, and we should catch some fish. We met other people out there who said they were there like a few days ago and just slammed them. And they bite up there all the time, but they will not bite in those canals in windy conditions. Because even if it's a little wind, the wind, across a canal or a creek, it seems to be blowing harder than what it is. And then you can't control your line. It's not that the fish won't bite. We did get bites, but the line has such a bow in it, you can't set the hook. Okay, so enough of that. We'll talk about that more later when I come back, because we're already at 3 minutes. So now, for the next 5 days, it's supposed to rain. The rain's not supposed to stop until Monday. The first frost is hit, and I'm not going to walk over to the plants because it is raining, and I've got to go out in this rain and plant this garlic because, let me tell you what happened. Here's the garlic here, and I have it separated. And this was supposed to go to my sister, but what happened was my sister, I won't be seeing her for the next week or longer, and I decided, let me go on and plant it out because she obviously forgot to come get it before doing what she's doing right now. So I'm gonna go on and plant it, and then I'll just give her some of it because I jacked up all that garlic I planted. I planted that row out front, and I planted the 2 rows right here in the garden bed the other day, and I think you all saw that film. And then after that, I planted some in the table over there. Although they said don't plant it in containers, I said the table is big enough. I don't see no reason why I can't plant garlic there. So I planted the rest of mine and my garden buddies in there. Well, I messed up, y'all. I took the paper off of the garlic, and I looked at a garlic video just yesterday and found out that when you take the paper off, the garlic can rot. And look, see, something done already dug down in there, but I know he hasn't gotten that garlic because, nothing likes garlic. Oh, first of all, that table is empty. Sorry, duh. Okay, this is where I planted the garlic. Okay, and this is looking good, but the garlic just may rot. Okay, so just in case that happens, I have some the correct way that I'm gonna put in this table. And then that middle table will still be the green beans table. And I can still plant green beans here in the in June or July when I harvest the garlic. It's still not too late to plant green beans. So this table will serve a multi-purpose. And I'm not cleaning it out that good. I'm just ruffling up this dirt right now to get this mess in here. So I know that I'll at least get a good crop of garlic. These leaves are okay. And I must admit, you guys, the tree cutting, it did do something good, because although I have leaves, usually by this time of the year, I'm blowing every single day and leaves are just everywhere. Yeah, I have some, and I've blown twice already this year, but it hasn't been nowhere near as bad as it's been. Now, I still have these trees back here, and these are the neighbors, and they don't shed as much. Now, I have my tree right there, and then I have a tree right in the corner there that DTE will be coming next spring to cut down. But this along the fence that got cut, that's not gonna shed like it used to. And then the trees up here, they've already pretty much shedded. I mean, it's a few leaves left, but it's not gonna be nowhere near as many as it was last year. Now that bush over there, I'm gonna cut that down myself. Although this house just sold again. So the ghost house sold again. So hopefully the new owners, which I think may be some neighbors of mine, because I saw them looking at the house. I didn't see anybody else looking, and she had told me that she wanted the house. And so she lives across the street, but it's two families living in one home. So if they got it, then she has a brother who cuts trees, because she was trying to get me to hire him to cut mine. And but I had already hired the one guy. Okay, so let's stick this garlic in, y'all. Okay, so that's one. This variety here is called German. And so the paper is on it. I did take the first layer off, but I left the final layer. Okay, so I have at least 6 inches here. Whew. I'm gonna get my butt tore up by this rain, because it's starting to rain harder. But I've been out here in rain before, and I'm covered up. Wait a minute, and I'm in my pajamas. Look at me. Everybody just got to see me today. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Okay, let's get this one in here. And these tables, these were specially made for me because of me being disabled and everything. Okay, and then I'll put this one here. I've got a lot of stuff under there, but it's still, let's see, let me get it deep. It's got to be at least 3 inches down. So I've got my 3 inches. Now the next variety in the front I'm planting is called Music. And I hear that these are some good hardneck varieties, and they're northern hardy. I got these free. Remember, I was telling you that the lady from the garden club hadn't contacted me? Well, that next day, she let us know that the garlic was ready. And so I actually got extra, because I got some for my garden buddy, but then I found out she wasn't planting because she didn't have any room. So I was like, okay, well, I'll plant for the both of us, and then you can just get some of this. Well, I done messed up both of ours. So, but this is, we'll just split what's left, but we know that this should do good. This should do well. Okay, here's one right here. This is the Music variety, and it's hardneck. And see, I have one that came out of the shell, so I'm not going to plant that. And so I'll plant this. I'm going to leave those two right there, because one is small. You want your largest bulbs, or whatever they're called. Okay, so we're done now. So hopefully no animals will come through and mess with this bed here. So I'm gonna just leave this box here. Okay, and since I'm out here already wet, and look at my hand, y'all. Oh well. Since I'm out here, first of all, the patty pan, it is dead, so I can do away with this. I can look at this one right here and tell it's still a little bit of the leaves alive, but it's pretty much gone. I'm not gonna do anything with that. These, with the crowder peas, are gone, so I'm glad I picked those crowder peas the other week. This is done. Like I said, the frost has hit. This is it. So the next day that is not raining, I'll come out and get those cleaned up. I gotta still get that horseradish. That's okay. And it's starting to die back, so it's ready to pull. And I can use the food processor. And what? Something dug up over here. Yep, something's been over here, because y'all know I raked this out after I got through planting the garlic over here, and see how it's dug into? So the animals have come along. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that's the bad garlic anyway, so we'll see if it comes up in the spring. Let me go on. Hey, may as well rinse my hand, huh? Ooh, this water is... Okay, it's not bad, but yeah, it's pretty clean. Just want to rinse this mess out of my hand and nails. I'll get my hands washed when I get inside. Ooh, that's better. Okay, I want to see if I can pick that patty pan, because I didn't come out over the weekend to do it. Peppers are still hanging in here. I don't think, well, a few have grown, but I'll take that one. It came off, and look at the blooms. They're not going to bloom. They're not going to produce peppers. I already know that. See how the patty pan has died back? So let's see if any of the patty pans. I'm gonna get this little one here. I'm gonna get this little one there, because y'all know I love my patty pan. I ain't letting none of that. I don't care how small they are, because I can always... Oh, this one is kind of nice. Get that one. Get that one. Because they're not dead. They're still alive. But the plant itself, look at that. It came right out of the ground. So you can tell the frost. And it still has flowers, but the frost has hit it, because the plant came up easily. And I'm gonna just leave it there and let it, over the winter time, I'll let it fertilize the, let me see if there's any more. I got a lot of baby ones. But now that I know my patty pan will grow here very well, I'm gonna plant some more here next year after I re-amend the soil. If I need to, because y'all know I put that, there it go. I'm gonna let it just break down. But next year, oh, I just pulled up my blueberry bush, y'all. Hold up, let me get, oh, yep, I did pull it up a little bit, but it's not bad. I got it back in the ground. Hold up, y'all. I had that stick there to keep the patty pan off of the blueberry plant. Okay, I'm gonna just do that. Okay, the blueberry is doing good. I'm surprised that thing kept growing with that patty pan on top of it. So stick that there so that this will be ready for next year. My raspberry is doing pretty good right there. The pepper plants, oh, this is the blueberry, this is the raspberry. It did really well. Okay, I got this. Okay, I'm gonna leave those pepper plants. I'm not gonna snatch it up yet. Like I said, I'm gonna come out when the weather, when we get one more day of sunshine and no rain, and get that. These peppers over here are done, so yep, but we've had our first frost. And even the trees, the peach tree, the pear trees, even the cherry tree, they're starting to die back. So I've got to get those fertilized. So all that'll happen within the next week or so. We are supposed to get some clear days. Everything in here is gone. I can go on and get the collard greens picked. I'll give that a few more days. I'll get that celery, because I can see it's starting to die back. So I should be getting that now, but I'm gonna wait. We should get some breaks in the rain by Saturday. Strawberries are dying back. I'll get those done next week. Once I get paid, I gotta get that hay for that, for those rather. And I'm gonna get those fig trees indoors. So for now, everything should just sit tight. And what's the temp in there? It's only 50 degrees in the greenhouse. Yep. Okay, so let me get in. It's raining, but I got my head covered and stuff, so I'm not really getting wet. And I still have to get my shower, so I'll be okay. No signs of the barn cat, Muley. I quit feeding him because he was bringing this one friend cat over here, and I was like, nope, not trying to take care of two cats. So I quit feeding him, and he disappeared. Oops. Patty pan just dropped. I don't want to touch my PJs. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so we're at 14 minutes, which is too long, so I'm back indoors. Okay, so part 1 is done. So I will be back later because I want to do a video of the over the winter Que-stead. because I Que-stead during the winter too. It's a lot of stuff I have to do this winter, and I'm getting ready to start. If the fishing trip occur, I'll start after the fishing trip next week. If not, I'll actually I started today. So I'll show y'all that. I'm gonna show y'all some new purchases I made, which were, I got like the deal of a lifetime, and some of the stuff ended up being free. That's a long story that I'll tell you about. And then also what I'm gonna be doing, because I'm gonna be de-hoarding everything and getting things cleared up and more organized over the winter. And so I'm ready. Since I've been on this vitamin D, I am feeling much better. I'm still going to have him to up the dosage, but right now the dosage that he gave me is good. I can feel the difference. Okay, so I'm going to end this right now, and I will talk to you all in part 2, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.